Hello and welcome to the potato harvest. That's seltzer in there. Nothing scandalous. Okay, this is the second bucket of potatoes that I grew this year. The first bucket you may or may not ever get to see the removal of because it turned out to look kind of scandalous because I had on a skirt, looked like you were getting a show for free, which you weren't. Nothing was ever seen. Sadly, that also means that you don't get to see my hilarious commentary while I unearth my first bucket of potatoes, but hopefully my exuberance will be just as exciting in this video. So these potatoes have been growing for about 15 weeks. This bucket was planted with, I believe, about 8 to 10 pieces of cut up potato that had already started to sprout eyes. They're organic potatoes that my mom bought and just ended up not getting to use in time. And when she found out that I was wanting to grow potatoes, she was like, well, you should just give it a try with these. So I cut them up, let them dry overnight to get a little skin. That's what I had read was a good thing to do. And I planted them. So these have been growing, like I said, about 15 weeks. Recommended harvest time from what I have read is about 12 weeks after planting. I pulled up the last ones that ended up and were about this big around. Some of them were as small as like my pinky nails. They were really, really tiny. So I'm hoping that this bucket has some bigger potatoes, not huge, but kind of like more new potato size. So anyway, alright, let's just get to it. I probably should have gotten a trowel. I'm just going to take the dirt off the top here. Yeah, let me get a trowel. This is like the babiest trowel ever, but hopefully it will kind of get the dirt broken up. I haven't watered this, this bucket. It has rained a little bit, but I've kind of held off purposefully watering it for a couple weeks, actually. I'm not really sure if that was the right thing to do or not. So, like I said in the previous video, which you may never get to see, from what I have read, you kind of, once the plant starts to dry up like that is when you can start thinking about harvesting. Have no idea what's happened in here. It is a mystery. In the other bucket, the potatoes were all kind of like from about this level down. Dirt is super dry. Probably, I don't know, maybe I should have been watering it all the way until the end. I don't know. This is my first year really having a garden in quite a while, and it has been a learning experience. Today I was over at Mr. Smith's mom's house, and oops, I gave her some of the seeds that I started, and her tomatoes are so beautiful. I hate her. I don't hate her. I love her. She's a great lady. But yeah, and my mom too. I gave my mom some starts from tomatoes, and you know what? This bucket idea was a bust. It was a bust. But guess what? I think I'm going to plant potatoes in them next year. Because the bucket technique, I think worked pretty well. So, alright, I have one tiny. I found one potato. It's a little bitty one. Hopefully that's not the only one. Oh. So the tomatoes that I have been, oh, see, I knew as soon as I started talking about something else, they were going to start coming up. All right, so we've got some little baby potatoes. Yeah, like I was saying, I've grown, I believe they're chocolate cherry tomatoes. It's a smaller tomato, and they have been wonderful. I will definitely grow those again next year. I've got some Brandywine that are getting ready to, they're green. They're about like palm size right now. Looking forward to those ripening, and oops, oh, lordy, I should probably just be doing this with my hands. Another potato. The Brandywine, I'm looking forward to them ripening. Let me know in the comments below what kind of tomatoes y'all have been growing this year. If you've had luck, good luck, bad luck. I grew these like, it's an heirloom. It was like an orange colored Roma. I was not happy. They've split really bad, which I know is probably to do with my watering, but they just didn't have much flavor. I thought they were a bummer. I'm just not that into them, so I don't think I'll grow those again. But the chocolate cherry have been amazing, and they're so pretty. The color is great. Alright, I think it's time to dump this dirt. I've got a sort of a garden bed over to the left of me here that I dumped that dirt into, that I will probably use next year. Again, this dirt is just like super dry, so I don't know if I'll end up and really use it as a garden bed, but that's what I'm doing with this dirt, is I take it off. The potatoes in the other bucket I actually bought as seed potatoes. They were amazing, like the best potatoes I've ever eaten. I'm really hoping that these are just as delicious. I had, I guess, never had a fresh potato before, but y'all, fresh potatoes are totally different than any potato I've ever bought and eaten from the store. Just, I mean, I don't even know how to describe the flavor besides new. I mean, literally new. Just, it makes other potatoes just seem sort of stale in hindsight. Just like they've laid around for too long, which is probably what they've done. So I'm hoping, man, I smell them. Wow. Alright, cool. Here's another one. So yeah, these are definitely a different variety. The other ones that I grew were a red potato. They were so delicious. So I hope that these also have a good flavor. I may try doing the cut up potato technique again to start some potatoes. But yeah, so I know that gardening and just most things in life is all about trying and experimenting and learning from what happens. But yeah, I think I needed to leave the potatoes alone for a little bit longer. That's kind of gross. I am going to be trying to grow onions and garlic this fall. If you have any advice on things to do or not to do with garlic, I'd love to hear your experiences on that, because that's something else that I've never done. But now that I've grown potatoes, I feel like I can do anything. I have conquered some gardening fears. Alright, so right now I've got about half of the dirt out of the bucket. I think I'm probably going to be getting into the potatoes. Actually, I may pick up the camera and bring you in here just so you can, well, I don't know. It's just, it looks like a bucket of dirt. So that may be just like where, I don't know, there's little tiny potatoes right there that would have kept growing if I had left these, but I'm just telling you, they've been in here a while. Here's one. I'm worried that there may not be much in here. I'm just pulling up some of the plants. Again, this is where the potatoes were growing on this. There's some resistance though, so I believe that there probably are some potatoes down in here. Now, the other ones didn't really snap off quite like this. Okay. You know what? I'm going to bring you in over here for this part. Alright. So as you can see, I'm just gonna unearthing them now. Like this. All kinds of little potatoes. Oh wow, yeah. There's quite a few. Wow, look at that. Okay, wow. So check this out. That's a big, okay, so that's the original potato. Alright, so here's the little baby potatoes. This is the one that I cut off and started. You see? Alright, that's the piece there. Okay, wow, and there's all sorts of more little tiny ones. I don't know if that's even like edible. These, it'll be interesting to see what these taste like. Just my first impression is that these don't look quite as delicious as the other ones. I mean, the red ones were just really pretty. I'm not gonna lie, they were just pretty. These just kind of look like regular potatoes to me. No hate towards regular potatoes, but it'll be interesting to see what the flavor of these is like. Well, from the looks of it, my initial impression is actually that the seed potatoes that we bought from the store produced about as many as just the ones that we started from the cut potatoes. I don't know. God, those other potatoes were so good. Oh my God, that is so gross, y'all. Okay, that. Well, I'm glad I caught that on camera. That's another one of the starter potatoes. Lord help, that was gross. Definitely just stuck my hand in that. There's lots of these little tiny potatoes on this that I don't think I'm gonna knock those off. I just don't think I'm going to. I'm gonna be honest. Just said that. That was pretty gross to touch. Alright, I'm gonna be careful with some of these remainders. Wow. So yeah, I think I was in the midst of saying my initial impression is that I may next time just go with buying the little red potato starters. They were just so good. They were just really good. So kind of set the bar high on that. But again, I don't know how these are gonna taste when I cook them. I will maybe make a video of actually preparing them. What I did with the last ones was just cut them up in small pieces. I tossed them with olive oil, put a little bit of salt and pepper, and just cooked them. That was it. And they turned out really well. Ooh, that's gross, y'all. And it smells very composty, which, that's fine. Ugh. Oh gosh, y'all, it's so gross. Ugh. Just trying to make sure I'm not missing any in here. Alright, so, phew, law, it smells bad. It smells rotten. Nothing nasty. I don't know why I'm being weird about it. Alright, just decompose. Okay, well, let me get my dirty hand here. There's the potatoes that I dug up. There's some of the gross smush. And here's the empty bucket. Yeah, again, first impression is not really that pumped about this. This variety, we'll see after I fry them up. Alright, thanks for watching.